Oh man, I love future funk music, man. It's so good. So good. I enjoy it. Hey everybody, what's up? Kevin 18 King. Happy Monday. We're here. We're back. Or my hero on a Monday. Ah man, I am tired. What's up, Simo? I went and played golf today. No work today. Alright, no work today. We get to honor the man who claims he found America, but he did not. He did not. But it's a day off work, so what the hell? Ow, did I bust my lip? Ow. That hurt. Put this on and it hurt. No work, so doing my hero a little bit earlier since it's supposed to come out on a Sunday. Viz is saying that we're gonna get a chapter in 2 weeks. Or he's been taking a lot of breaks. I'm here for it as long as he's able to do what he has to do. But don't kill yourself. Take all the breaks you need to. Thoughts on episode 2? Episode 2 was really good. I really enjoyed it. Hey everybody, what's up, Fleck? Hey man. Chat's about to go hard. Okay. I really liked episode 2. I liked it a lot. Mirko went off. It was great to see. Una Tijeras. I loved it. Loved it. Kaminari guy shot. Today we honor the guy who annoyed the king of Portugal into giving him some ships to go die off the edge of the world. Yep. What's up, random boy? Have a good one. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah. I don't care much about Christopher Columbus. We just get a day off work. So I can't be mad at that. Yeah, last week was that really hurts. When did I hit my mouth? Ow. That really hurts. I'm trying to remember when I hit my mouth. I don't remember. Yeah, man. Last week was only thing I didn't like was when Kamiri parkoured over everyone was a still image. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it at all. I was like, look at him dip and dive. It's like, look at him dip and dive. But he got his moment. That was pretty cool. To see next week is gonna be the start of it. What's up, Julian? Next week is gonna be the start of it, though. Does next week trend or does episode 4 trend? Does next week trends or is it episode 4? Do we do the whole twice thing in one episode? It's like, do we do the whole twice thing in one episode? Because Hawks becomes grilled chicken. He becomes grilled chicken soon, right? Episode 4 will be Shigaraki's awakening. This is crazy. It's going by, man. It's flying, but it feels good though. I will say that it does feel good. I just been enjoying it. I wake up on Saturday mornings, I turn over, I grab the remote, I turn the TV on, I watch my hero, then I lay there, watch it, and then I get up and I start my day. So it's like, for me, it's my Saturday. It's literally like my Saturday morning cartoons. I enjoy it. Oh, the panel is twice. Really? Let me pull up 369. Bleach is out. I watched Bleach in the Discord. If you missed it, then oh snap. All right, this pacing isn't going the way I thought it would. I gotta revisit this. I thought it was gonna go maybe a little bit slower, but it's going steady. But I think it's a little faster than what I remember. Right? It's going a little faster than what I remember. This happens to me all the time where I try it and it's just like, whoa. All right. Enough about the anime. This page got my attention. Episode 2 didn't even end on the last panel of the chapter. That's crazy. I'm starting. A chain of events across the ages. This is the second. This is All for One. All for One is crying. I never thought I'd see this. I never thought I'd see something like this. Like, All for One speaks as if he has emotions and all that stuff, but he comes off as such a monster. You would think that he's not bothered by these things, but things definitely happened early in Quirk history that all right. A chain of events across the ages. I'm starting. Strange. How can this be? Your meta ability. Someone shot a bullet? Ooh. Was only meant to work on small objects. Never more than a lackluster pea shooter. It would be laughable to describe your actions as any sort of meaningful resistance. Such was your insignificance. You unruly insect. Why is he's smiling at him? That's all you were meant to be. I think you see him like this and Deku up there. How is it I can see them now? All right. Okay. This is one thing I wanted to go back at. I didn't put it in the Discord, right? But I definitely was rereading. Was it this chapter? Right here. Maybe I did I don't remember what I'd be putting in the Discord. But right here. Did we talk about this before? Where it looks like what's his name? Kentaro? Where it's like he kind of has sentience, which is crazy. But in like the crazy thing is like this him possibly having sentience. But then what's crazy is that he seemingly looks at Nana. And up until now, I think I was operating under the fact that these vestige things is just a visual for us. Just like I feel like Izuku's lightning is a visual for us. I don't think people look at Deku and see lightning flying around him like he's a Super Saiyan or something. I don't think that's the case. But it feels like does everyone get to see them? Do you need to have some sort of emotional connection to see the vestiges? Like, because you have history with them, maybe you get to see them. Who knows? How is it I can see them now? Is it because All for One is the originator of One for All that he gets to see them? He hit him so hard. Quirk gear shift. All right. Next page. Ooh. I'm not looking over there. Much like the others' meta abilities, gear shift strength grew alongside One for All's. Its scope broadened, allowing it to apply to more diverse targets, and function right down to the cellular level. What? Much like the other meta abilities, Gear Shift Strength grew alongside One for All's. Its scope broadened, allowing it to apply to more diverse targets and function right down to the cellular level. So essentially, if you wanted to gear shift someone, you could age them. Maybe? Like, you could do something trippy. Yeah, yeah, you were right. You were spot on. You were spot on 100%. This is nuts. Then there's the pure, simple might built up within One for All. A fist imbued with these two overlapping powers. Oh my goodness. Detroit Smash. What? A fist imbued with these two overlapping powers can warp the very laws governing reality. He's busted. No, the question, quintuple? Detroit Smash quintuple. He cratered him. He cratered him. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many ripples? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He cratered what? Dude, like with gear shift, if Shigaraki hits you with decay, you could gear shift the decay and slow it down. You could do trippy things. Like even if you got hit with a death sentence, you could gear shift it until to the point where it won't even affect you. That's crazy. So essentially, he doesn't have like regeneration, like what you're saying, Tink King, but he just has rapid recovery. It's like if it can be healed on its own, he could just speed that thing up and it'll heal. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's nuts. The question that I asked in the Discord, I feel like only one, I don't think anyone really went in there because we haven't been active in it. But I was like, is Deku faster than Decay now? And now it feels like, does he need to be faster than Decay if he's warping reality? What? Next page. He's spinning like Sonic. Boom, bouncing off. No, it's not working. It's not only for speed. Right here. Much like other meta abilities, Gear Shift Strength grew alongside One for All's. Its scope broadened, allowing it to apply to more diverse targets and functions right down to the cellular level. It's just more than moving fast. It's more than that. A fist imbued with these two overlapping powers can warp the very laws governing reality. It's like he's busted. He's legit busted. He is busted. Like he's busted. We were sitting here wondering what could possibly be the second quirk that can even the playing field between him and Shigaraki, because Shigaraki is busted. And Hori comes up with gear shift that is out of the ordinary. We're thinking basic and he's going somewhere different, and in turn it makes him busted. Right? Like in turn it makes him busted. Wasn't the second controlling a bullet like telekinesis and in the first or second panel? This one right here. Yeah, he did motion his hand, didn't he? He's doing something with his left hand. Cause I think what it is maybe the bullet was already fired. Like maybe that bullet was already fired, or maybe the bullet was like he fired a slow bullet or something. I don't know, and applied gear shift to it, got into a scuffle all for one, and gripped him up. And then he used gear shift remotely, maybe. But the whole thing is, I thought that gear shift you needed to touch to apply it. All right, my brain. Let me continue. All right. So he lands, boom, boom. He flies over like Sonic. He dashes off. A lighter blow than before. This time it didn't have that glow he built up. Imagine if Nagant had this power. Oh my gosh. Perhaps it's too fast to perceive, but based on the trajectory of that last hit, excuse me, I can surmise the angle and timing of the next one. And no, what are you talking about? Angle, like, dude, he's gonna do something. He's gonna. What is he gonna do? He could use float. He could use black whip in a different way to push his body somewhere. He could use smoke screen and do something. He could gear shift himself slower maybe so he doesn't get there in time. Like, come on, Shigaraki. All for one. Come on. Granted, he's darting around like a like a speck of light everywhere. All right, so Shigaraki's planning. They're flying towards each other, to each other. Look at the big eyes. Low gear. I promise I didn't see that. Low gear. Low gear. Low gear. Gear shift adjusts speed without abiding by the laws of inertia. What? Shouldn't you know that already, all for one? It's simple, therefore troublesome ability, yes. In that case, I'll smokescreen. Pathetic. Dude, Deku looks so dope when he applies gear shift. I love it. It's just as simple as touching his fist, but I love it. I love it. He dumps smoke screen. All right, let me zoom in. From above. What? After adjusting my timing, I can use the Force danger sense to detect the threat. Then the Seven's float provides some instant height, and the Fifth's black whip catches him unaware, so I can bind him and yank him towards me. Finally, that earlier quintuple attack gave me a refill of the third Fajins. Oh my, I want this on my wall. I want this on my wall. I want this on my wall. I want this panel on my wall. For another blast of overdrive, courtesy of the second's gear shift. I want this on my wall. Our meta abilities were never what you should have been wary of. Rather, you should fear the reason why someone chooses to use their gifts. True power resides within an individual's talent. Not talent, intent. I don't even care. Next page. Oh my gosh. This is why this time I'm giving it everything I've got. You're going to be the one to complete. All for one, you don't get it. Silence, you insects, you maggots. To hurt anyone else. What? You don't get to hurt anyone else. Did he punch through him? People call them quirks. He punched through him. I feel like something crazy is about to happen, man. This feels like it. This feels like is it that easy? Is it over like that? Like, is it over like that? This is what I wanted to see. The fact that Deku was able to pull the trigger. Deku pulled the trigger. Like, he's like, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. Knock the arms off of him. He's gonna be destroyed after using this. He's gonna be destroyed after using this. So basically, he can come to a complete stop without slowing down, resume his top speed without drawbacks using gear shift. Yes. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. He can be flying at terminal velocity, instantly stop, no drawback, and then instantly start again, right back at terminal velocity. It's... Dude, we're resonating. One for all with all for one. And all for one with one for all. Is this the first time that's ever been uttered in this series? I can see my brother. The young man with the bean eyes was correct. The course of this battle, the chain of events leading to this moment, has shaken the balance of their supposed melding. Bean-eyed young man is Mirio. Here comes your moment, boy. Don't forget what Shimura said. You can't take it easy just yet. Deku looks like he giving everything you got. Giving everything you've got, you say. And that business about quirks? Surely you jest. I haven't used a single quirk yet. I've yet to brandish the true value of this body. They're to blame. Is this the moment? Wretched, unsightly Eraserhead and his merry brats. In this tomb of theirs. Their sneaky, ramshackled ploy to divide us. The whole sequence of events that led to this moment. Oh, wait. Oh, no. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's people coming. There's people coming. No, not yet. Indeed, Yoichi, the entire chain of events up until now will inevitably spell out victory or defeat for all. Victory is still within my grasp. Spinner coming to say, who would have thunk that Spinner would be the one to possibly have this slip from between our fingers. I don't remember what it was. I think I wrote it down. I wrote that prediction down, right? Hold on, I'm gonna open my sticky notes. I feel like I wrote it down. I wrote down one from you on January of last year. I wrote down one from January of last year, chapter 298, Dexter's Nana Theory. I didn't write anything else down. Did I write anything else down? I'm going through all my notes. No, I didn't. I don't have it. Spinner and the boys took down Shiketsu. Yeah, Spinner and the boys took down Shiketsu and used the tunnel system to infiltrate UA thanks to the spies. I don't think this is All for One's vestiges. Isn't this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Isn't this what's her name's quirk? What's the I never can remember her name. The one from the Pussycats. The one that got her quirk stolen. Search. This is Search. This isn't the Vestiges. This is Search. There are people incoming. And they're very close. There are people incoming to UA. Ragdoll. Yeah, I could never remember her name. Like you have Pixie Bob, you have Mandalay, you have Ragdoll, and I don't remember the other one's name. I know the Quirk is Pilabody. Can't remember her name. Oh no. Like how there are 6 from Vigilantes, 9 from the movies. All for One is the first one. There are 9 stars, and Tenko is the 10th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess so, because you have this look like it, and then you have the hair kind of look like the 10th one. But this is 100% Search. This is 100% Search. Like 100%. Is this supposed to represent his body regenerating? I guess so, because this black is a hole. That's a hole, right? And it's seemingly coming back? Is that what we're saying? Dude, this chapter was hype. This is one of the hypest chapters in God knows how long. This chapter was crazy. This chapter was nuts. For this scene in the anime, this scene has to be the best looking thing in the entire series. Nothing can look better than this. More mutations, maybe. That's a good call, CO. This has to be the best. This moment has to be the best looking thing in the series. There can be no contention. You can't argue and say something else looks better. This moment when it gets animated has to be the best looking thing from the series. If something else hyper than this happens after this, then that moment needs to be the best thing. This needs to be the best looking thing. Period. Right? Period. This needs to be the best looking thing in the show. This moment right here needs to be the best looking thing. This second, All Might, Nana, Yoichi. I don't remember the third's name. I don't remember a lot of their names, if I'm being honest. Should do a better job at that. I'm proud of Deku. Banjo. Yeah, that's right, Banjo. Yeah, one of them is going to be dead in the next couple of chapters. 100%. There's no way that they just get to stay alive. That sounds about right, CO. That does sound about right. This was incredible. This is incredible. This is what we wanted to see. This is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see Deku try to kill him without hesitating. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see him pull the trigger and try to kill him and not think about it, not be in his head, just take him out. And that is exactly what he did. That is exactly what he did. He went sicko. He went sicko. He went in his bag of quirks and put them in a ball and went crazy. And didn't hold back either. It's not like the second told them like, yo, don't hurt back. The second was like, don't remember, this isn't done, right? This isn't done. You gotta land the blow. You gotta land the killing blow. And this face right here, he looks like he's a couple steps away from losing it again. And he's going in. Body parts flying everywhere. Knocked the arms off of him. The arms flew off Shigaraki like Sonic rings. Yeah. The one thing, it's, if we go back to the beginning of this, we have to I'm so really thinking about it. Whenever All For One was talking about All Might and what All Might did to all of his friends, how he damn near reduced the crime to zero in Japan and eliminated every single villain, and All For One was basically the only one that was left. And you heard All For One talking about it, and I just kind of chalked it up like All For One's just jesting. Sure, villainy has reduced, but for us to even go back here and see something like this, look at all the bodies. Look at all the bodies. Is the second's outfit is the same as these people on the ground, right? Right? I really do not think Deku is intending or expecting to kill All For One here with that punch, because it is still Shigaraki's body, who Deku was asking about earlier, trying to bring him out. He definitely didn't pull his punches though. Definitely do that. The second probably killed Yoichi. Maybe. Wow. Maybe. Wouldn't Monoma be the perfect successor to All For One? Yes. 100%. Absolutely he would be. Yeah, we know All For One loved Yoichi. We do know that. In his own way. But the second's outfit, his attire is similar to these people on the ground. So that means the second was a part of some sort of force. He was a part of something, right? Yes or I think so. That's right. The second was the one who started the anti-crime group back in the day with the third. They turned on All For One. That's right. That's right. And we definitely saw the moment between Yoichi and the second user when I think either when they passed the quirk over, or if they or when they first met each other, or when they first sprung this plan. So maybe in this big battle, Yoichi did die. Maybe that did happen. Maybe the plan was to do all this stuff, turn on All For One, spring Yoichi from this. Yoichi ends up dying, passes it on to him. And yeah. I'm not saying Deku pulls a punch or anything. We know All For One's a different sponge. Everyone knows it. It takes more than 1 full power, 1 for all punch to kill him. Yeah. But I'm just thrilled at the fact that Gran Torino told Deku that he would have to kill. All the vestiges told Deku that he would have to kill. And now that we are finally in the moment where we need to do the kill shot, there's no hesitation from him. Usually there'd be some sort of trepidation from Deku, either thinking or being in his head. Literally in this entire fight, the only thing he's thinking about is different combinations, right? Different combinations of him putting everything together so that he can land the blow. I feel I just need to spend some more time with Deku, because Deku has gone so much through this since the Dark Deku stuff that he's not the same. He's not the same. I feel like Deku before the Dark Deku arc would have hesitated. And now there's no chance in hell he's gonna hesitate. I really appreciate that. I really do. Knock the body parts off of him like sonic rings. I need to see at least one headshot before I'm not sold. I think the plan could have been to try to separate All For One from Shigaraki, from Tenko. I think that might have been the plan. If we can separate the two of them, maybe I can snipe All For One and leave Shigaraki alive. Maybe that could be the case, because Yoichi says this right here, like, I can see my brother. Like, I can definitely see my brother. Their bond is not as strong as they're saying. Like, they are definitely not bonded. So maybe they are trying to snipe All For One and maybe trying to save Tenko. Maybe that might be the fatal flaw. But at that point, I don't think I'm going to put blame on Deku if all the vestiges are on that, if that's the plan that everyone came up with. I don't think I'd be too difficult on him for that. If you just said something, Reflect. These are the things that I'd be wanting to happen, that I feel like it's just a little bit too dark. Like, I wanted Deku to show up and UA to be dust, and Shigaraki just to be waiting there for him, and everyone was gone. That's not happening, but that's what I would have liked. I feel like it would be dope. It would be crazy. This would be absolutely crazy, because we haven't seen All For One rewinding in a minute. It would be crazy if we cut back to All For One and he has all the quirks from all the heroes on that battlefield. That I want to cut back to that and have it be who all was there? It was Tokoyami, it was Jiro, it was Hawks, it was Endeavor. Who else was in the sky in that battle? Like it was like those people in the sky. And then you had everyone else on the ground. I would love to cut back to that battlefield and All For One to just be an amalgamation of quirks. And there's just like Tokoyami with Jiro flying around, Endeavor and Hawks just like looking like we couldn't do anything. Right? We couldn't do anything with them. Like we couldn't do a damn thing with them. And he's a monster. Like that's what I want to do. I would want to cut back to that moment and then we continue. That's what I would like to see. Like I'd like to see all For One go on his rampage too. But if we cut back and he's already done his rampage and it's just like, oh gosh, he's a monster. Like I would love that. Honestly, what would be dope? What would be really dope is if we had what was similar to the first war with Gigan, with Gigantomachia rampaging his way all the way through Japan, across Japan to get to Shigaraki. I would love it if we did a parallel to that, where Endeavor, Hawks, Jiro, Tokoyami, whoever is there, try to stop All For One, and All For One is just ransacking every single battlefield, trying to get to Shigaraki, to the half Shiggy, half All For One body before Deku kills it. I think that would be something I would love to see. Like it's kind of like a race against time. Can Deku kill Shigaraki before All For One gets to him? And it's just like it's a race against time between gear shift running out, how long can Shigaraki stay alive, how fast is All For One rewinding, and how fast can he get to that battlefield. Give that to me. Give that to me. Give that to me. I want that, because that just makes everything more intense. All of this in 5 minutes, right? Right. There's no telling this. Since he's activated gear shift, it probably hasn't even been a minute. It probably, matter of fact, it's been it's been like a couple of seconds, possibly. I don't know. There's 1000% a rebound to the second quirk. We don't know what it's gonna be, but it's not only, we're using every single quirk right now. This fight has probably been 10 seconds long. Yeah. It hasn't been a lot of time at all. But Deku's using Fajin, Gear Shift, Black Whip, Danger Sense, Smoke Screen, Float. He's using everything at the same time. At the same time, his little body can only take but so much. So, especially, it's like, one, Gear Shift has a time limit. Gear Shift probably, because it's messing with space and time, the drawback on the body is probably insane. So not only just the strain of gear shift, but the strain of combining gear shift with all of these other abilities and the super strength that he has, that already puts the strain on his body already. Deku, goodness gracious. Yeah, we haven't seen the Toga stuff too. Did I say hi, Martin? What's up, Martin? Dabi will probably get where Endeavor is. All for one, head store Shigaraki. Hawk's thinking he'll distract All for One, naive. Now that All for One's rewinded, they don't represent a risk. Yeah, with gear shift, Deku can refill Fajin in seconds. Yeah, like he said it right. He said it right here. Yeah, I need to trace his movements. So let me go back to the last chapter. Need to trace his movements, just so we can see how many movements it took for him. How many movements did it take for him to go back to overdrive? So Deku, he activated, he went all the way to top gear. With the help of Fajin, pushed him to overdrive. He landed the hit, Detroit Smash. All right, so we land the smash. Boom. We're going movement by movement. Go to the beginning. So we land the smash. The smash is right here. This is the smash. He's up there. He's falling down. He hits the ground. He's like bouncing back up. And then he comes down again with the quintuple. He comes down again with the quintuple. But then, because he used Fajin already on the overdrive, so this quintuple didn't have the Fajin on it. So then, when he hits it, he bounces back. Backflip, bounces back, lands, instantly goes back in. But then as he's flying in, he hits low gear, instantly stops. Instantly stops, pops smoke screen. But then when he pops smoke screen, he uses float and instantly goes above him. He instantly goes above him, uses Black Whip, snatches him. This is all in an instant. It's all in an instant. It's literally all in an instant. As soon as he hit low gear, he put himself in a low gear, Fajin is restored. He pops smoke screen and damn near, it's like he teleports. It's like he pops smoke screen and then in a split second, Shigaraki is being pulled into the sky because Deku's already been up there. And then he pulls him towards him and then he goes in again and hits him again. That's crazy. That is crazy. That's nuts. If Hawks dies, I need to be Toga, just because they showed the red bird dancing in Toga's stomach in the previous chapter. Oh, you talking about the... Huh? Wait, where'd you get that? The red bird dancing in her stomach? Still not getting over the fact that was 5 Detroit Smashes at the same time. Yep. Deku mixing Fajin Black Whip brings so much hope for other Quirk mixes. Yeah. 341. 341? Okay, hold on. Like, what can we do? What can we do with Quirk mixing? That's something I didn't even think about. Because he combined Fajin and Black Whip and made the Black Chain, right? Is that what he combined? Fajin and Black Whip and made Black Chain? So if he could do stuff like that, like what else could he do? Like, could he make... I need to activate my brain. So he has Float, Smokescreen, Black Whip, Danger Sense, Gear Shift. Smokescreen and yeah. Like, can he imbue Smokescreen with Danger Sense and then cast it in a wide area, and then he'll know where everyone is, like if they're moving in the Smokescreen, and he could kind of have like some sensory radar as to where people are. Fajin and Black Whip into a sword. Yeah, he could do that. He could do that. What else could he do? He made it. If he made a chain that was strong enough that Shigaraki really couldn't break it, like he should be able to make anything at that point with the combination with Fajin. Like, what if he, instead of him needing the full gauntlets, could he make his own Black Whip Fajin gauntlets? Like, and kind of like how he reinforced his arms whenever he was fighting Shigaraki the first time in the first battle, like when he pulled him in the air and was repeatedly hitting him, and he reinforced his arms. Couldn't he make like actual like gauntlets, like, and just use Black Whip like that? Smokescreen and Float can make a good AoE support type move. Yeah. Thinking he use a Fajin and Black Whip like Meliodas. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Like Meliodas' assault mode, where he gets like he gets all like the demon stuff on him. Oh my goodness. Oh my good. Yes, he could. He could be like a freaking Power Ranger and get like his Battleizer armor. He could totally do that. He could 100% do that, and just be fully clad in like black and Black Whip. Deku reattaching his limbs with Black Whip, that would be crazy. That would be nuts. That would be absolutely crazy. The possibilities with Black Whip are just incredible. Deku having Black Whip is him kind of having a Kagune. Like, what can you do with Black Whip and Smokescreen? You could do Black Whip and Smokescreen. You could imbue Black Whip and Smokescreen, cast it out, and then if people get in the Smokescreen, the Black Whip could just lock them up in place. You could do Black Whip and Smokescreen. You could use Black Whip, Danger Sense, and Smokescreen. Just look in an area, imbue the Smokescreen with Danger Sense. As soon as they move, whap, Black Whip, done. He didn't have to do anything. And then he could just get rid of the Smokescreen and keep the Black Whip there, and now they're bound. What else can he do? Like, he's already using like Fajin and Gear Shift together, like to push it to overdrive. Like, what does he do? What else can you do? Holy crap. Now I need to see a part 2 of my hero. Yeah, if he keeps all these quirks, the possibilities are endless. We had quirk mixing before though, like Phoenix Wings from Hawk and Endeavor, yeah. Power of friendship is not needed, hey Anna. No, he does not need the power of friendship. He has the, like, the power of friendship is within him. He has the power of generations. Oh man, what else could he do? Like it's like gear shift is an easy one. Like we can gear shift all of our quirks and make them faster. Like could he gear shift danger sense so that danger sense works faster? Theoretically, if he can use gear shift through Black Whip, he can cast the net that completely makes the battlefield dynamic up to him. True. What I just was about to say is danger sense is like it senses danger like as it's approaching. Can gear shift push danger sense further? Is that possible? Like is that possible? Can we push the bounds of danger sense to extend its detection time? Gear shift with smoke screen. Anyone touching the spoke could be effective without Deku needing to touch them. Float screen. Yeah, float screen. Someone mentioned float screen. Deku getting a domain from Jujutsu. Yeah, the idea of combining Black Whip with smoke screen and danger sense is busted. Like that is busted alone. Like what can you do at that point? He could probably create a double of himself with Black Whip boosted by Fajin. Making a double of Deku, making another person, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. See, now I'm thinking of the possibilities. Like how can we've used Black Whip to manipulate it into a chain. Theoretically, we can manipulate it into like any sort of like weapon, like a sword, a pole arm, something. Like, could we possibly make a Black Whip into a fist? Like, I'm getting into my Tokyo Ghoul bag, and I'm thinking of what's her name from the Quinks? What is her name? Tokyo Ghoul people know exactly who I'm talking about. Oh my gosh. Yes. She had the ability to make her Kagune go into any shape that she wanted it to be. And it was super busted. Like, could Black Whip possibly be something like that? Could we do that? If we could do that, we could have a 6-armed Deku. we could do that and Deku wouldn't even have to punch with his own hands anymore. Smokescreen and Black Whip gear shift into clones. That would be crazy. I've seen some unholy comments on the use of Black Whip with... Oh, goodness, Ivan. Goodness, Ivan. I think it only works on physical stuff, but interesting thought. Ashura's Path Midoriya would be crazy. I need to see it now. And people were like, Hori has no new ideas. He wrote himself into a corner. People really said that? That's one thing I always feel. I feel like Hori always comes up with something creative. He always does. Well, in my opinion, he always does. Gear shift is a simple concept, but it's just add it to One for All and it's busted. I need to see Deku try the Black Whip. I can't get off that. The Black Whip smoke screen. I need him to try that. I need him to try it. I need him to try it just to see how it would work. A sword, a shield, a fist. Black Whip Awakening could be something like Venom. Yeah. Having him, the best idea is like Google search Meliodas' assault form if you don't know what it looks like. Hell. I'll pull it up myself. Meliodas. I spelled that wrong. Open in a new tab, please. Oh, that's so tiny. That's yeah, better image. Open in a new tab, please. Open image in a new tab, please. There we go. I need to do this. Like that. Like this. Using Black Whip like this would be fire. It would be fire. Using Black Whip like this would be fire. Using Black Whip like a Kagane would be fire. This would be so dope. I know what it looks like, and let me tell you, the voice acting is the key to it being cool. Yeah, Melia, he. I'm more respect on Tai-Sai, please. I'd buy pants made of Black Whip. I need Deku to turn into smoke. Oh my gosh, that would be crazy. Sure, it's like surely we could push these quirks more, right? Like surely we could push these quirks more. Deku turning into smoke would be great. Like giving it a quirk awakening. That would be great. Instead of emitting the smoke, he could become the smoke. I wonder how the past users fought during their day. I can see N being more of an infiltration and stealth kind of fighter with a smoke screen. They all were like low tier people, right? I would love to see how they operated though. Him having a 7-way quirk awakening at this point would be insane. But the crazy thing is that it's possible. That's what's nuts. It's possible. Is it possible? That's a different question. Is it possible? Because All for One was a quirk that just would absorb the other quirks, but the quirk mutating is what's allowing the vestiges to essentially be alive. It mutated after going through all the different people when it got to Deku. That's why he's able to use all these quirks and no one else was able to. So is this mutation of One for All just a mutation, or even in its mutation can it awaken? And if One for All can awaken, can the quirks inside One for All awaken? That's where it's just like, I don't know. Because right now it mutated, but it didn't awaken. Maybe quirk awakenings are just mutations? No. But in the My Hero universe, a quirk being mutated is identified by having white hair. And that's right, I was supposed to pull up 341, my bad. That's kind of confirmed, right? Every single individual that we know that has a mutated quirk has white hair. Yes. Like Shigaraki, yeah. All for One, yeah. Well, Yoichi and All for One both have white hair, but their quirks mutated. So it's like, yes, they both have white hair. Are we saying that Dabi's quirk mutated? No, I think Dabi's quirk was just too much for his body, or maybe it was maybe his quirk was some sort of mutation from Endeavor's and it was just too much. But I think there's a distinct difference between, like Eri, she has white hair. Her quirk is a mutation. So like maybe Deku's quirk, maybe One for All can awaken, and at that point he'll get white hair. Or did Toga's quirk mutate or not? I think hers awakened. Yeah, it's like, yeah, Shiggy was born with black hair and got it because of stress. That's true. Same thing with Dabi. We don't know if Eri was born with white hair. We know that All For One and Yoichi, they have white hair. If Deku can make a double of himself out of black whip, then Uraraka is definitely... Goodness gracious, man. What? 341. What is this about? A bird dancing in Toga's belly? What panel are we looking at? Toga Red Sparrow panel. Also, what's his name? Kaneki. Right here. But I don't think this, I think you could pull that. But though I think the whole point with this Toga thing is the bird from her flashback. The bird from her flashback is what this bird is supposed to be, I think. But you also could use it as maybe foreshadowing the Hawks. It's like the condition that Shigaraki went through with his hair turning white is a real thing. And it's like, is it height? No. No. So it's the opposite of hypopigmentation. Yeah, Marie Antoinette syndrome. There you go. I couldn't remember it, but that is the name of it. Yes. It's from too much stress. It's the same thing that happened with Kaneki. Same thing happened with Shigaraki. Yeah, it's the same thing. An awakening, I can see with Uraraka spreading her zero gravity in a radius and making it spread more. That would be crazy. Could you infuse smokescreen with Fajin energy? Seemingly, maybe, possibly. I think if Black Whip and Fajin can be combined to make a completely different structure, then we should be able to fuse all our stuff together. And I feel like that's not far-fetched because Overdrive can does not abide by the laws of this planet. So it's like he doesn't, like, Deku doesn't follow like the laws of physics. He doesn't do any of that anymore. He does whatever he wants to. Like he really does whatever he wants to. Like if Deku could find the way to get himself to terminal velocity, he can do that. Stein, it's gonna be at the same time, so I'm gonna take like an hour or two off, and I'm gonna keep it at 5:45 or 4:30. What time did we do Steins Gate last week? I'll do it at 5:15. I'll make a compromise. Not yet, not close to 4:30, not close to 5:30. I'll do like maybe 5 or 5:15. But it usually does not change the ends, only the roots. Got you. Okay. I want to see what Uraraka get an awakening. She deserves it. Yeah. Zero gravity versus Sadman's Parade. Yeah. Gear shift and smokescreen could. You can make entire typhoons. Gear shift and smokescreen could kill someone, correct? Because wouldn't smoke would replace oxygen. Like if you filled a room completely with smoke, there wouldn't be enough oxygen, you'd suffocate and die. Like you could smoke screen a room and then gear shift it and instantly suffocate someone. Like if you really wanted to kill them without like punching a hole through them, you could just gear shift them and make them stop. and then just smoke screen the room and then just leave them. Make a Susanoo with smoke screen and black web. Ooh, yeah. Zero gravity versus Sadman's Parade. When you put it like that, that's crazy. This Toga, cutting back to the Toga and Uraraka. See, this is where it's like, where's the series going? Where are we going? where are we going? Like, what's gonna happen after this moment? Because clearly, like, we have a plan to save us from dying right now, but Deku doesn't have that much time left, right? I'm gonna wrap it up too. I need to get up. He doesn't have that much time left, and we know that Dabi is back up for the count. Spinner is on his way. All For One is still rampaging around, and Toga and Uraraka, we have not seen them since Deku left. Deku left, and we left that battlefield, and we've never been back. And we have Toga there with twice his blood and the potential to have Sadman's Parade and change what this war possibly could be. So, like what is about to happen? Like what is about to happen? I've never watched One Piece. I've not. If Uraraka can make zero gravity spread, then that can neutralize Sadman's Parade. Could it? Because if Toga is able to use Sadman's Parade, and if she can infinitely make copies, we could just keep making copies until we get close enough. Like, we make a copy, boop, we split, boop, we split, we split, we split, we split, we split, we split. Right? We keep splitting, we keep splitting, we keep splitting, we keep splitting, we keep splitting. We could fill up her radius easily. Right? We could easily like fill her radius up to the point where we could float our way and grab her. So it's like how are we going to be able to navigate that? Something terrible is going to happen on that battlefield. You've got to see Shoji, Spinner, Sero, and Compress. Moments that we were talking about for this arc. Right. Uraraka committing mass murder would be crazy. Uraraka dropping a meteorite on Toga. Making copy 60 meters in the air does not matter. It's not, we make copies, we wouldn't go up, but we totally could go sideways. Like we could, so if Uraraka is 20 feet that way and she casts if she has the ability to make zero gravity a radius of like 15 feet around her, everything 15 feet around her is like zero gravity. If we get one twice clone in there, we bloop bloop bloop, we can fill that area up really fast. She would have to keep moving so that she could stay out of harm's way. But all we have to do is get our hands on her, because if we get our hands on her, it's a wrap. It's like all we have to do is get our hands on her, and the way that twice can multiply and duplicate, it's quick, really quick. So we could just have twices everywhere. Well, Toga twices. How is that gonna work? Did we ever figure that out? Is she gonna turn into Twice, and then after turning into Twice, use Twice's quirk? So there's technically a bunch of Toga Twices everywhere. Like, will she be able to like commune with Twice? Will it just be her like wearing a mask, like wearing Twice as her mask, like how Twice used to wear a mask? Toga's metal cooler. how is that gonna work? How is that gonna work? If Spinner frees Kurogiri, we can definitely have other battlefields start being flooded with clones. All he needs is coordinates, which Skepta can provide. If Kurogiri gets released, we could, yes, he can be on our side again, but there's always the chance that Kurogiri can be flipped. There's always the chance that Kurogiri can be flipped because Shirakumo is in there. And he's had a breakthrough once, and he can have a breakthrough again. So there's no telling what could happen. That could be like the linchpin in this whole thing. There's still no defined time limit on Toga's ability to use change. I think it depends. Well, we don't know since her awakening. But it depends on the amount of blood that she has, right? Like if she's able to get a ton of blood, then she can continually, like, as long as she has blood, she can stay in that form. I don't know if she how much does she have of Twice's blood? Is it just that little amount we've seen in that one vial? Is there more? Like if she has a bunch, like if all the blood she has on her is Twice's blood, then we're in for it. But if it's just that little amount, then I don't know. I don't know how that would even work. Because she had like a little bit amount. She had like a tiny amount of Deku's blood back during Overhaul, and it was enough to get Uraraka and Ryukyu to smash to go over in a certain area, and then she ended up turning back. Hori said sorry for saying the series was going to end this year. He said that, but she can't create new blood because she got a blood fusion from her clone, right? Yes. But so now this is like where you go down the rabbit hole. So if she uses Twice's blood to turn into Twice, is it Twice's blood or is it her blood that's inside of her? Like, does she just look like Twice, or does she biologically change into Twice? I think it might. I think that whatever the plot demands, I guess so. Because I guess that makes sense for me for Twice to make a copy of Toga and then to take from Toga to go to another Toga makes sense. However weird that works, but to turn into someone and then make a copy of that and then transfuse from that to that to get more blood, that I don't know if that works. But it's like you said, whatever the plot demands. If that happens, I'm not gonna be mad, right? Will Tower God season 4 come? Yeah, it's probably gonna be a minute. It's already October. I don't see it coming back anytime like in the next 2 weeks. Deku is. Toga can turn into Twice, make a Twice clone, and a Toga clone since she knows the measurements. The Twice clone can make other Twice clones, and the Toga clone can transform to Twice and repeat it. My brain hurts from that. So what we're saying is, but does Toga have the measurements of Twice? Or oh no, so this sounds like a math SAT question. Don't know for sure. So what we're saying is, all right, so how Twice's quirk works is that he needs the measurements of an individual so that he can make a copy of them. So what we're saying is Toga can can ingest the blood. I think she uses it by ingesting it. Ingest blood, turn into Twice. Now that she's turned into Twice, she can use Twice's quirk to make a clone of Twice. And that clone of Twice is actually Twice. And then from that point, take blood from that Twice, and she will have blood that she can consistently use so that she never runs out. Yeah, Double can only make 2 clones, right? He only can make 2 clones. But then it's the clones that makes the other clones, and then that clone makes the other clones, and then that. So it's like I make 2, then that 2 turns into 4, then that 4 turns into 8, right? And then that 8 turns into 16. No, that 8 would turn into, yeah, it's turned into 16. It would just keep duplicating. But really, essentially, like, yeah, like Twice would get reborn in a way. It would be see, not, but then that's the, how would that work? Because Twice operated under the fact he was so afraid because he didn't know if he was a double or not, so he never wanted to take damage, but then he broke through that. But if Toga makes a double of Twice, and Twice knows that he's a double, like, how would that double of Twice take the news that I'm dead, I died? Does she lie to him? Like, oh, Toga, you did, like, what happened? Like what does that entail? Like, would that Twice be paranoid of getting killed? like that's crazy. But in essence, I guess, yeah. In essence, Toga would turn into Twice, create a clone of Twice. We now have Twice back in the story. And then we just move on from there. And we could have like our, like, what's a variation of Sad Man's Parade come, like, with Toga and Twice together. Like, what do we call that? What do we call that? Too much info, yeah. That's what we call it. Dabi was about to be turned into a Nomu or be All For One's backup body. Yeah, that's definitely what's gonna happen. But like, Toga would try to save one Twice, try to protect him from being killed, but that Twice clone, even knowing it's a clone, would sacrifice itself, knowing it already had lived a happy life. I don't know when he would have possibly ran into Hawks. Yeah, I don't know either. A death march. Toga just becomes Twice forever and dies as him to ultimately. Ooh, I like that one, Anna. She dies as Twice. Wow. I like that one. Death march. I like that one, Tobofu. I like that one. They could have. It's the whole point is when could they have ran into each other and Hawks not remember who Dabi is? That's the point. Like, Hawks he didn't recognize Dabi until Dabi said something to him. I'm still on the side of Toga escaping once it's over. That I'd like either or. No problem, Martin. We saw like Hawks' childhood where Hawks was like living in like that dilapidated house with like the abusive parents and all that stuff, and then all that stuff happened, and then the Hero Commission took him in. I remember I was thinking maybe Dabi could have been taken in by the Hero Commission and they did all this stuff behind his back, but no, it was All For One that took Dabi. So it's like, if All For One took Dabi and then Dabi escaped, when would they have crossed paths? And Dabi remembered, but Hawks didn't. I don't know. Because they're about like, Dobby, no, Dobby's older than Hawks. Hawks isn't old at all. Hawks is like 21. So like Dobby is definitely older than him. Right? No, they could be no. Dobby's in his mid 20s, right? He's like 24 or 25. Yeah, definitely. Because Fuyumi is like the same age as Hawks or something like that. Like Fuyumi is like her and Hawks are like the same age, and Dobby has like 2 or 4 years on Fuyumi. So yeah, he's older than Hawks. So maybe there was a young Hawks that ran into a Dobby maybe, and Dobby remembers it, but Hawks doesn't because they had him doing any and everything. Hawks is 23-ish. Dobby is 24. No, okay, so Hawks became a pro hero at 18. Like he did something that was unprecedented, like being mad young. Yeah, I feel like I should know this. I believe you. I just need to see. Hawks. I am struggling right now. It was something like he became a hero at 18, number 2 at 21, or his own agency at 21 or something like that. It was something like that. Wiki has him at 23. Yeah. So they are comparable in age. Did he save the bus to kids when he was 4? Okay, when he was 18, he was one of the top 10. And then he became number 3 in the 4 years after breaking into the top 10. Okay. Gotcha. All right. I didn't know there was stats on the My Hero Wiki. His power is a C+, his speed is an S, his technique is an S+, wit's an A, adaptability is an A. I feel like if we go power, speed, technique, wits, adaptability, I feel like the C+ is fine, but everything else should be an S. Why would they know each other? I think I was operating because they both were orphaned and both were under these weird that's all from the data books. Ultra analysis book. I need to get one of these. I need to get the data book. I need it. I feel like those all should be S's. just from what he did in infiltrating the Paranormal Liberation Front as well as he did. You think Monoma is going to be able to use 2 quirks at once? Probably, eventually. If he keeps working on it, he definitely can be able to. But I feel like Aizawa's dead. I keep saying, like, I feel like he's dead. Okay. Goodness. Wait, what? Data book is so funny. Everyone has a special stat. Monoma is just smack talk 6 out of 6. I need to purchase this data book. Nah, I'd like to purchase it. I want to buy it. If I could buy it, I want to buy it. Goodness gracious. My Hero Academia Ultra Analysis, the official character guide, November 2nd, 2021. Paperback, $10. Let's throw that in the cart. Let's throw that in the cart. They do the same in Black Clover. Every character has some wild special stat. I need to catch back up on Black Clover, man. I can't get over the fact that Overdrive is just busted. I think I'm gonna call it here. I can't believe Overdrive is this busted. You know what would be a cool sound effect that I feel like I picked up on when I was putting this in the Discord when I was reading last week's again. Whenever he was shifting, like he was going from first to second to top to overdrive, the sound effect on the side made it sound like the car was shifting. A cool sound effect to indicate whenever he's shifting through the gears in a fight would just to have like some clutch noise and just to have it like he's moving and it just like you just hear it going through the banging through the gears. I think that would be a cool idea. Like when he's going faster, you hear the car go, like you hear it's like you hear Deku banging the gears, and then whenever he like like he shifts down, you hear that. That would be a cool sound effect just to throw on it. And be really cool. Sound like a freaking racetrack. Oh man, that cough took me out. My throat is done. Yeah, I was going through the Discord and I was rereading again, and it's this panel right here where I was like, oh, because it made me think of one of my favorite videos. Of a car. This right here, like he's like each one of these is like him shifting. If I could find, hold on, let me find this video. Nope, wrong one. I want to do that. I want to get rid of this. Do this, and then I want to do what is the name of the this video? Hold on, I'm gonna pull this over here. I hope I don't get anything for this. I'm gonna pull this to this and then do this and then pause this and then play this. This is one of my favorite videos, period. I don't care. And I'm like, I watch this video and I'm like weirdly thinking about Deku fighting. And I'm like, Deku probably sounds like this when he's running around. He's running around, beating up Shigaraki, and it sounds like this. This is where my brain went. Turn it up more. It's one of my favorite videos. My brain works in weird ways. I have a new appreciation for this video because I now have attached Deku running around beating someone up, sounding like a car. So stupid, but it makes me happy. So I'm like, Deku's gonna be running around on a battlefield. Running around on a battlefield, banging gears and beating someone up. My Hero Time Travel Theory coming back with gear shift. Oh my gosh. In theory, I guess it would work. It would make sense because gear shift and explosion has nothing to do with each other. like every week it's like deconfirmed and reconfirmed. All right, I'm done. I'm ending here. I had fun. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. I love it. I freaking love it. The last couple chapters have been crazy. Deku sounding like Formula One cars, yeah. just banging gears and flying around the battlefield. You just see the green trail of him flying around everywhere, and it just sounds like a race car. And you're like, what's happening? And then before you know it, half of your body is gone because he hit you that hard. Oh man. All right, I'm calling it here. Thank you guys. I'll be back in an hour. For Steins Gate. Good night, good day. Yeah, have a good one. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. We'll be back in 2 weeks for 370 of My Hero. There's no chapter next week, so we'll be back in 2 weeks. That's all I got. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Have a good rest of your Monday or Tuesday, wherever you are. The rest of your weekend, next weekend. And hopefully, God willing, I see you guys back here on Sunday from 2 weeks from now. I don't know what day it would be. So thank you guys again, and I'll see you. Peace out.